what's up everybody? You have Tasha Y. Miller here. I am the new published author of The Smokiest Grave, and this channel I just want to share my writing tips for everyone, so think about subscribing because I post videos every Friday. And today the writing tip is how to get rid of writer's block. There are two different type of blocks for writers. You have the I don't know if I'm any good, I don't know if my story's any good type of block. And then you have a creative block where you don't know what your fairies or your vampires are going to do in this story because you just don't know. You are creatively blocked and it makes you very frustrated. And then you become overwhelmed with the story. So they're very similar, but I think one is more fear and one is more frustration. So today we're going to be talking about things that you can do to get past that and get the book done. Number one, if you're taking long breaks, make sure that you are not just letting your mind go to waste. Listen or read your genre type of books. Let your mind absorb people's creativity and keep it going so that when you get back to it, you're just like, oh man, I have so many ideas and I just think it's so awesome. Because if you stay away from it and you're watching nothing but movies or nothing but YouTube, you are going to have this creative block. You're not going to know what to write. Because that saying, the more you read, the better you write, it's true. Number two, if you are a break taker or you've been sitting in front of your laptop for an hour and haven't written anything, this is what I recommend. Put on a timer and take a 5-minute break. Get some coffee, get some food, do some jumping jacks, whatever you want to do. Take 5 minutes and get away from what you're doing so when you go back, your brain isn't so frustrated. It can actually relax a little bit. Now, you need to make sure that you're not taking a 20-minute break because this becomes procrastinating and we need to stop that. That's what we need to do. That is your goal. Number three, get a timer and take 3 minutes and just write ideas. You don't have to even make them to your story. Just write some creative ideas. They can be one sentence. They can be continuous. Just write down ideas. Don't worry about, does this go with my book? Is this any good? Is this a stupid idea? Just write. And don't stop writing until you hear that timer. Use your life experience. If you just got fired from your job, I'm sorry, but if you just got fired, write something about getting fired, write how angry you are. And then if you just watched a movie, it was a romantic movie, you just seen The Notebook. Not a huge fan of The Notebook, by the way, but if you just seen it and you're like, oh, it was so inspirational, I love it, then write some juicy romance. And it doesn't matter what you're writing. This is to get you out of this slump. You are either afraid or you're frustrated about writing. So you need to just get over it and push yourself. Number four, if you've done number two and number three and you're doing a time thing, do not consistently do 3 minutes writing, 5-minute break. You do 3 minutes writing and then 1 minute break. You can push it till 2, but you don't want to consistently take breaks. And make sure after a few times, start drifting it towards your book. Don't consistently for a whole week just write about different type of things. Try to drift it towards your book or try to drift it towards creatures that you write about. If you write about fairies or vampires, try to write about that. And then maybe your work can actually end up in your book. So it may not work that way, but try to start drifting it towards the genre of your book and towards your book. Number 6, if this timing thing does not work, go back to the basics. You can either start doing character development, you can do world development, you can even go back to doing another outline, because if this outline's not working, then just change it and do another one. Now, try not to get stuck in here. Try not to just do outlines, just do characters, just do world development. You need to get past this. Do it for an hour or so, and then move past it and start back on your writing. 7. Try writing a different scene. So if you are in chapter 4 and you just don't know how to get chapter 4 done, then switch it. Go to the very end. Go to a romantic scene. Go to something that you enjoy. You don't have to write your book from chapter 1 to chapter 30. You don't need to finish it that way. You can actually do it in sections. You can write the middle first. You can write the ending first, because all you need to do is write. Once you start doing the editing and going through everything, then you should go through chapter 1 to chapter 30, because then you can see if there's any plot holes and things like that. But as you're writing, your first draft is not even done, you can write different sections. You can write different parts of the book. If you love writing action scenes, then go write the action scene. Number 8, create a writing habit. So once you figure out what works for you, if you need to go out and be at a cafe to write like I do, writing at home is very difficult for me. There's so many things that I want to do and shows and stuff that is just distracting. I need to get out of the house. And if you're doing the timing where you're going to write for 15 minutes and you're putting on that timer, whatever works for you, make it a habit. Now, you can make it a habit daily, or you can do it every other day. Try not to get in the habit writing just once a week, because it's going to take a very long time to finish your story. If you're doing a short story and it's only going to be 20,000 words, then do it. You know, you don't have this 70,000 to 100,000 word that you have to get to. So once a week, I guess, would be fine for you. But if you're actually wanting to do a novel and you are wanting to get it done within a year, then actually write at least once a day or once every other day. Number 9. Realize that you are not alone. There are probably some groups out there for getting over writer's blocks or talking to other writers. I know that when you're going through writer's block, it seems like no one else can understand what you're going through. No one else knows. Feeling crappy, like your work is shit. Your work is horrible. No one knows that, right? No, that is... Everyone knows that. Every author has to get over that. We all, one point in time, look at our story and it's like, is this any good? And guess what? It doesn't go away. Even after you publish, you're still thinking, oh, is anyone gonna like it? Was it really finished? And that all leads up to number 10. Love your work. If you do not love to do this and you are sitting here and writing sounds like a task, something that you just don't want to do, something that is just horrible for you, then maybe you're not a writer. You can start changing your ways and maybe get some goodness going on in your brain. Start talking about how amazing you are. I have a little quote right here that says, "Don't forget to be awesome." Where is it? Where is it? Right there. So you can put stuff like that in your house or on your desk, and you can try different things. There's a great technique if you are just feeling down and you just don't know what to do with yourself, and you maybe feel even depressed, because a lot of writers become depressed. Grab a pen or a pencil and insert it right there. Make it to where these extend. And let it sit there for like 5 minutes. Put on that timer again. And you can even write with it like that. Be on your keyboard and put that right there. Boom. When we smile, we release dopamine. Our brain releases this good feeling chemical throughout our body, and we just get a high off of it. It is the natural drug of the brain, and you'll see that you actually want to smile for real. You actually want to think good things. All right, everybody, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, and of course, go ahead and comment down below. Tell me some things that you do to get over your blocks as writers. And of course, you can tweet me at Tasha Y. Miller. You go to my Tumblr, Tasha Y. Miller, my website, www.tashawymiller.com. And don't forget that you can get 4 chapters free of my book, The Smokiest Grave, if you go to my website as well. I love to hear from you, and until next time, have a good day. Bye.